team, not stuff we usually would be seeing in a like top 8 from really big tournament. But yeah, it worked out really well. Lots of healing from the team. The coordination of the two players really well. Yeah, overall in general, but also like to find the random like just picking up Thunders, getting a quick like 15% heal. Adds up for sure in the long run.
Yeah, taking somewhat of a book out of the page out of Gomar and Taihada's book, but right now we're gonna see Abadango and Larry Lurr hop into it against BC and Twee, who took out Army and Curry in the loser's 7th match.
Yep, two of our DFW locals here, pretty strong players, but moving on, gonna be on Battlefield this first game. Green team, wow, not even green team on the board, excuse me, blue team getting a lead in the momentum here at the start, putting on lots of damage. Yeah, the BC Cloud has so far been doing a lot of work. He is going to be able to use those up airs to great effect on this stage.
Yeah, this is obviously one of Cloud's best stages, but it's important to note that both members of the red team get a whole lot off of this stage. Of course, Bayonetta with such great platform coverage and great combos off of them, especially near the top. And of course, we all know that Fox's up airs can really shark through those platforms and build up a ton of damage. But right now, BC putting in some work on Abadango off stage.
Yep, BC doing a good job controlling center stage, punishing his opponent for hitting his partner, and they are able to find the first stock. Larry going down 1. Still, all the players though remaining on 1 stock, still their first stock, still a very high percent. That back here going to pick up the first one.
It's a very good find by Abadango after Twee had just sort of floated away, sort of saying, don't get in my space.
Right.
And then Abadango went right into his space.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts about Peach, using that float for the micro spacing. Very, very scary stuff. Can just move just out of the way of moves and then, swing back in with moves of her own. And forward airs like that, they will definitely pick up kills.
I'd like to point out that Abadango's down air almost killed cross stage on Battlefield.
It's a pretty strong move. Yeah.
It's a very strong move, but right now, blue team with just a little bit of a lead with BC holding on to that stock at 155 and finally dropping it there as Larry Lurr finds the back air. Red team doesn't really have too much to make up, especially if they get this stock off of Twee here real soon.
Yep, instead just going to go and try and double team the Cloud. Not able to get too much off of it, unfortunately. Kind of a lost opportunity.
It's difficult to even combo Cloud in a 2v1 situation because that sword gets so much stage control for him, but right there, Larry Lurr finding that up smash and taking out Twee, and they will get ample time to build up that damage on BC.
Yep, the coverage. The BC just not able to land at any safe place. Larry still putting on the pressure.
It's again, big problems for Twee, but BC coming right in there with the save. He's going to keep Twee from taking too much damage, but at 99% himself, he's going to have to make sure that Twee can actually get in there and defend him as well. Right there, finding that back air. Now he's going to try to build up something on Abadango and going to find the limit climb hazard to take that out. And right now, blue team with the lead.
Yeah, very excellent punish on a move that is very, very safe. That Bayonetta uppy, very difficult to find the opportunity to actually punish that move. The uppy out of shield, very, very fast option that Cloud has. It's very hard right in front of him.
Once again, we see BC holding on to that stock above all else. And not able to find a conversion back to Twee, who is mispositioned. And right now, it looks like Abadango wants to close this out, but just not enough.
Yeah, Twee able to slip out. Still getting Witch Time follow-up afterwards, though. And despite the attempt from BC to get the to stop him and get the charge-up smash, it does still get the kill with that. I mean, Witch Time, it's something that you really have to be careful of. It's really hard to work around it in teams, I feel, because so much of the game for doubles is just putting hitboxes out and controlling space, not letting them actually do things. And yeah, Witch Time kind of breaks those walls.
Yeah, and that's what makes Bayonetta such a good doubles counter to Cloud, which is because, like you said, putting out a lot of hitboxes, covering zones, and that is what he excels at. That is why Cloud is such a good doubles character. But right now, BC unable to hold on to that stock, and it's just Twee against Larry Lurr and Abadango, two of the best in the world.
Yep, the juggle's putting on some damage. I feel like the team synergy between Larry and Abadango has been a little bit spotty up until this point in time, but getting some juggles going.
Oh, goodness!
Wow, that call out on that back air with the up smash from Twee.
And he's going to get an opportunity here. If he can get back on stage, he may be able to close this out and give blue team a game 1 lead. But right now, Larry Lurr looking to find the stock. He's got Twee caught off stage.
Well, yeah, definitely not where you want to be fighting it from. Really difficult to get through the Fox up tilt back air, ledge pressure. Oh, and up tilt up air, gonna seal that stock. Larry pulling through.
Yeah, Larry definitely very good at that edge guarding game, and of course it's so difficult for Twee to get around that playing a character that's as slow and clunky as Peach when you've got such a speedy character like Fox covering your recovery. So just clutching it out there is the red team. Expect... I don't know, what kind of stage do you think they'd be looking for a counter pick? I'd expect not too much of a Smashville or an FD kind of pick.
Yeah, Town and City is what we see them counter pick earlier on in top 8, which I feel like does make sense. Would not be surprised if it did get banned. You know, you don't want to be dealing with Bayonetta carrying you up into the top of that low ceiling and, you know, Fox up airs, up smash, etc.
And it looks like that is exactly what they're going to try to avoid here by going to Final Destination, which is pretty good for Peach. She's very good at controlling the ground and actually getting some combos in the air, but right now Abadango doesn't even want to give him the chance.
Yeah, putting on lots of damage. And BC, however, holding his own against Larry. So damage still looking pretty even so far.
Now both members of the red team want to go after that Cloud right now. BC actually finding his limit now, but it's going to be a matter of if he can hold on to it, and the answer is yes, he can.
Oh no, Abadango not quite able to make it to the ledge.
Yeah, it's very difficult to manage your resources sometimes with Bayonetta, no matter how much of those resources you have. If you go a little bit too deep for those recoveries, you just might run out, and right now BC looking like he might run out of resources and will off that Nair edgeguard, and right now, red team with the lead.
Yep, very fortunate they were both able to like win the separate 1v1 edgeguard situations. I feel like the red team was kind of like focusing and chasing after BC, which I feel like is sort of a downside of Peach, is she's really mobile, like micro-spacing wise, but her actual like total movement speed is not very impressive. So if you separate her, if you throw Peach off stage and then you just bulk chase after Cloud, it's going to take a while for Peach to get back into the fray.
And that seems like it's been sort of the tactic as far as what they've been planning, because blue team has been putting themselves in a lot of 2v1 situations where they try to gang up on one member of the red team, whereas both members of the red team are doing a very good job of handling their own 1v1s and walling out the blue team players from assisting their teammates.
Definitely.
Okay, Abadango going for this edge guard right here, but not able to connect the actual Nair, just the bullet arts. And Twee's going to get back and actually find that back air to take out Larry Lurr's first stock.
Oh, man. Quick back air from Larry. Not going to take the stock yet.
Very smart early recovery by BC so that he could come down safely with the down part of the up B. Right now, they've got to find a way to take a stock off the red team because both of them are sitting at death percents.
Oh. Yep, not able to find the back air there.
Just misspaced. Twee actually finding a way out of that 2v1 situation, and now both members of the blue team have the red team stuck in between them.
Yeah, BC just hunting for a good target at this point in time. Limit is going to be able to get capped out. He's got the time to charge. Yeah, Abadango back there. We're going to get punished by the dash attack. Not going to kill yet, but is going to have to be careful with using that in the future.
It's impressive what the blue team is able to do. Their defensive game has been really persistent so far, and it was so good that they were actually able to build up the red team to death percents before dying themselves. And this could give them the chance to mount a comeback and leave it at one stock apiece for each member of each team.
Yep, that's definitely something the blue team has going for it. If they are able to survive super long, both characters have pretty consistent KO power, I feel, both Cloud and Peach.
Especially in doubles, and right there, you saw Abadango saving Larry Lurr with that heel slide. No edge guard available, and right now Larry Lurr dropping that stock, so it's down to taking this Abadango stock to even it up.
Oh, BC throwing in the limit blade beam, does not manage to find a target, but still does pick up the up air kill. He's going to get some time to charge while Twee edge guards Larry.
And because he was able to edge guard Larry, apart from Abadango's percents, everybody is just about even. This game could go either way, Cyclone.
Absolutely, especially with the explosive KO power on either side of the team, really.
Okay, they've got Abadango off stage, not necessarily an advantageous position against Bayonetta sometimes. She has a very good recovery and can cover herself extremely well.
Yep, trying to challenge the up B hitbox whenever she does it from below. It's basically just not going to happen for most characters. Yep, up air, going to cut through the up tilt pressure. Oh, BC clocked by the random back air. Going to force him to burn that limit to recover.
And now he's probably going to sit back and have to charge it, which means the red team is free to go after Twee. And now it's down to a 2v1 against Cloud, which, like we said, this isn't undoable for Cloud because he can cover so much range, but Abadango looking to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're at 140%, lots of random stuff.
Oh, no!
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about, the team synergy. Like, the idea was really good between the red team there, but, you know, either throwing right away to get the up smash or just holding in place so that Larry could get the up smash would have been the best option. Oof. But still able to pick up the back air off of the forward throw, so able to clean it up in the long run.
Sort of a little bit of happenstance that one was able to fall into the red team's hands, that The forward throw is just going to put him exactly where BC had hit Abadango. So, Twee and BC down 2-0 against Lurr and Abadango. They're going to go right back to Final Destination. And I don't blame them. That game was very, very close, as was the first one.
Yep. Both very talented teams.
So we'll see. It looks like the more that Abadango and Lurr play, the more that their synergy picks up. And I think that's sort of the thing that you get from top players is that ability to adapt to whatever situation they're in.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, very important. Regardless of what game you play, the ability to adapt to new strategies and new tactics on the fly is so very crucial.
It looked like Twee had some pretty good SDI on those up Bs. Abadango not able to find any finisher, but does mean that Abadango is at low percents while both members of the blue team are at high, but Larry Lurr losing that stock early.
Yeah, Twee catching him with an early down throw forward air. Good look for blue team.
I cannot believe how perfectly timed that ledge trump is from Abadango. Peach is one of those characters that you don't see necessarily too often, so the fact that he knew the timing for that was actually really good.
Right, yeah, getting clipped by those up B hitboxes can be difficult to work around sometimes.
BC needing help. He's in the middle of two members of the red team, two characters that can really combo well with each other, but Twee unable to help. He's getting comboed by Abadango.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things Bayonetta offers, being able to just, like, shut down one teammate and just put on damage.
Members of blue team still alive, and that's going to be the stock for Twee and for BC. And Abadango hasn't taken too much percent. He's actually really holding on to this stock well.
Yeah, despite the down throw forward air that Twee landed, the red team hasn't really taken much damage.
Oh, Abadango missing the ledge on that recovery, and he's going to get punished with it by Peach down air. Right now, Abadango still just holding on to his stock. Abadango's DI is super good.
Absolutely. Okay, yes, Cloud going to be able to stop that up B from Bayonetta, reaching high up into the sky and pushing her away.
So now everybody down to 2 stocks. I really want to comment on how good Twee's SDI was. Still getting hit by that up air, but not dying yet. Let's see. He accidentally back airing his teammate, and it's going to be enough to get his teammate killed eventually. And actually burning the limit in a unique way to recover.
Right, yeah, I feel like he had to burn the limit there to like snap to the ledge one way or the other. Because that's the thing Clouds would do commonly is they wall jump and then use the start of the up B to snap. But since, he had the limit, might as well use it for the side B instead.
It's also a good way to build up some damage, or at least some shield pressure there on Larry Lurr, who is still holding on to his stock at 143. He's been above 100 for nearly a minute now. All right, Twee getting back to the ledge. Abadango actually missing that ledge trump. Both members of the red team need to be careful here. They're both theoretically at kill percents, and certainly Larry Lurr by a forward air would kill anywhere on the stage. I probably would have killed cross stage nearly on Palathanus Temple, if we're being honest. Abadango really finding it. No matter how good your SDI is, if you get caught that high up.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do.
Hey, Larry Lurr with the kickoff. BC has to burn the limit, and what a catch from Larry Lurr.
Yep, very scary position for BC. Larry with the back air, gonna set him in an awful position. Abadango not able to find a kind of aggressive down air attempt, but...
Well, if you're gonna win 3-0, which it looks like they will, why not go for something like that?
Right, yeah, I mean, at a certain point, you do just want to go for style.
Yeah, but no style there, simple up air. Abadango and Larry Lurr are going to take it over BC and Twee 3-0, and they will move on to losers semifinals. So good stuff to those two. And I think we were talking about how at the beginning of the set, it seemed like their synergy was lacking. But as it moved on, it looked like they were really getting it built up.
Yeah, I feel like the stuff that they're doing synergy-wise isn't like super complicated, but that is actually one thing that is easy to like smooth yourself into. It's like, okay, well, we can't do like really complicated stuff's going to be hard to do since, we don't haven't teamed a whole bunch as far as I understand it. There's a language barrier there. So just simple volleys, simple 1-2s, simple stuff to set up like back air kills and that sort of thing. I mean, that works really well, and it's not terribly difficult to do and adapt to on the fly. Yeah,
you don't really need to do footstool combos or anything flashy to win games, as has just been proven. Because these two guys are sitting in top 4.
Yes, sir.
For the doubles here at Low Tier City 5, which has been an absolutely incredible event so far.